Welcome to my channel Valuable Rare Coins because, as you know, old is gold. Some of the rarest coins worth big money could be hiding in your hands right now. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and watch till the end. Let's dive in. First, we're diving deep into the story behind one of the most sought-after coins in American history, the 1944 D. Lincoln Wheat Penny. This isn't just a dusty old coin from a forgotten era, it's a fascinating piece of history that, in the right condition and with the right features, can be worth an eye-watering amount of money. So stay with me, because this might be the video that leads you straight to a hidden fortune in your own collection. The 1944 D. Lincoln Wheat Penny was struck at the Denver Mint during the final years of World War II, a time when the entire country was focused on supporting the war effort. In fact, just 1 year earlier, in 1943, the U.S. Mint had produced pennies out of steel instead of copper in order to conserve metal for military use. But by 1944, they switched back to using copper due to complaints about the steel cents rusting and being mistaken for dimes. As a result, the 1944 D penny returned to its classic copper composition, making it both a nostalgic and patriotic piece of numismatic history, but don't let its copper color fool you. This coin isn't just valuable because of its age or historical context. What truly makes the 1944 D. Lincoln Wheat Penny incredibly desirable is the existence of extremely rare mint errors and striking anomalies that can dramatically increase its worth. One of the most famous and valuable errors associated with the 1944 D penny is the 1944 D steel cent, a minting mistake where leftover steel blanks from 1943 were accidentally used in Denver, resulting in a small number of steel pennies being struck with the 1944 D date. These are among the rarest of all Lincoln cents and are considered true holy grails by collectors, even if you don't have a steel version. There are other rare features that can make your 1944 D Wheat Penny incredibly valuable. For instance, double die obverse errors, where the design was accidentally struck twice, slightly misaligned, can cause doubling of the words "In God We Trust," "Liberty," and the date. These double details are clearly visible under magnification and instantly turn an ordinary penny into a rare and valuable collectible. If you come across a 1944 D penny and notice any double text, take a closer look. It might be something extraordinary. There are also known examples of repunched mint marks on 1944 D pennies. This occurs when the D mint mark was hand-punched onto the die more than once, resulting in a visible overlap or shadow effect on the letter. These repunched mint marks are subtle but highly collectible and often fetch high prices at auctions, especially when combined with sharp strike quality and clean surfaces. It's these tiny details that make all the difference in the world of rare coins, and seasoned collectors know how to spot them. Another exciting variety to look out for is the off-center strike. These happen when the coin blank is not properly aligned during the striking process, causing the design to appear shifted or partially missing. A 1944 D penny with a dramatic off-center error and full visible date is not just a rare error, it's a conversation starter that can skyrocket the coin's value far beyond its face value. These are one-of-a-kind mistakes, and each one tells a unique story from the U.S. Mint's history. Of course, condition is everything when it comes to maximizing the value of any rare coin. A 1944 D. Lincoln penny that's been well preserved, showing no signs of circulation, discoloration, or damage, will command significantly higher prices than one that's been worn down over the years. Collectors are always on the hunt for coins in mint state or uncirculated condition, especially when certified and graded by trusted services like PCGS or NGC. The perfect combination? A high-grade 1944 D penny with a dramatic error or variety. That's where the real value lies. Recently, collectors have been competing at auctions across the country to get their hands on the most exceptional examples of the 1944 D. Lincoln Wheat Penny. In a number of public and private sales, certified examples featuring rare errors or steel planchets have sold for astounding figures. These aren't just pieces of old change, they are rare artifacts of American history, and the numismatic community recognizes their incredible importance and value. So, how do you know if you've got one of these treasures hiding in your coin jar or collection? Start by examining your 1944 D. Lincoln Wheat Pennies with a magnifying glass or jeweler's loupe. Look for anything unusual, doubling, mint-mark irregularities, off-center designs, or even a steel gray color instead of copper. If something seems off in an exciting way, do not clean the coin and consider sending it to a grading service to confirm its authenticity and condition. That professional certification can make all the difference when it comes time to sell or showcase your find. And now, the most thrilling part of today's video, the value. A 1944 D. Lincoln Wheat Penny, with an extremely rare mint error and preserved in outstanding, certified condition, has sold in recent years for an astonishing $98,000. That's right, $98,000 for a coin that many people wouldn't give a second glance. It's proof that true treasures are still out there, sometimes hiding in plain sight. Second rare coin. We're diving into the fascinating world of the 1940 S. Lincoln Wheat Penny, a coin that not only carries rich historical significance, but, under the right circumstances, can carry a jaw-dropping value. So stay with us until the end, because what may look like an ordinary old penny could actually be a rare and valuable treasure sitting quietly in your collection or change jar. The 1940 S. Wheat Penny was struck at the San Francisco Mint during a pivotal time in American and world history. With the world on the brink of entering World War II, the United States Mint was still producing coins with strong, reliable copper compositions. The S mint mark below the date stands for the San Francisco Mint, which produced over 112 million pennies that year. While that might sound like a lot, here's where it gets exciting. Only a very small number of these coins have survived in pristine condition or with unique minting errors that drive collectors absolutely wild. You see, the value of the 1940 S penny isn't just tied to its age or how many were made. It comes down to one key factor: rarity, imperfection, and errors. That means coins with strong, uncirculated condition and those struck with rare minting mistakes can command sky-high prices. One of the most coveted types of error is the double die obverse, where the coin's design elements were struck twice slightly out of alignment. If you spot doubling on the words "Liberty," "In God We Trust," or even the numbers in the date, you may be holding onto a true gem that collectors dream about. Another major factor that boosts value is a repunched mint mark, or RPM. During this era, mint marks were manually stamped onto the dies, and if a mint worker accidentally punched the S mint mark more than once, it would leave behind a clear doubling or shadowing effect. These RPM varieties are highly collectible, and when paired with a sharp, crisp strike and lustrous surface, they become incredibly valuable to anyone passionate about U.S. coinage. Let's also talk about off-center strikes, another rare error that adds serious value. An off-center strike occurs when the coin blank is misaligned during the striking process, leaving part of the design shifted toward the edge or even partially missing. The key to these errors being valuable is that the date and mint mark must still be visible. If you find a 1940 S penny with this kind of misalignment, it could be far more than just a collector's item. It could be a fortune in the making. Die cracks and die breaks, sometimes referred to as cuds, are another area of interest. These occur when a coin die begins to wear or crack, leaving raised lines or extra metal blobs on the coin's surface. Each of these flaws is unique, and the more visible and dramatic they are, the more desirable they become. Collectors absolutely love these because they represent one-of-a-kind pieces, coins that tell the story of the minting process with every imperfection. Even beyond errors, grade and condition play a massive role. A standard 1940 S penny that's circulated may only be worth a few cents. But if it's in mint state condition, meaning it was never used and has its original mint luster, its value can increase exponentially. Coins graded MS 65 or higher by services like PCGS or NGC are incredibly rare from this year, especially with clean surfaces and sharp details. Add in a rare error, and now you're talking about a coin that could change your financial future. And let's not forget, these coins have recently caught fire at major auctions. Collectors across the country are paying top dollar to secure high-grade or error-filled 1940 S wheat pennies. These aren't just small-time sales. These are competitive auctions where bids climb quickly, and some coins command enormous figures due to their condition and historical uniqueness. That means the demand is only growing, and the value of these coins will likely continue to rise as more people realize what they've been overlooking. So, how do you check your own 1940 pennies for potential value? First, use a good magnifier and examine the date and mint mark closely. Look for any signs of doubling, repunched mint marks, or abnormalities in the strike. Check the rim and edges for signs of off-center strikes or cuts. And most importantly, take note of the coin's condition, sharp details, original shine, and a lack of scratches, or where are signs that you've got something special. If you find a coin that checks any of these boxes, consider sending it to a professional grading service. It could make a massive difference when it comes to value. And now, the moment you've been waiting for, the potential value. A 1940 Lincoln Wheat Penny, featuring a dramatic mint error and preserved in top-tier mint state condition, has been verified and sold for an astounding $150,000. That's right, $150,000 for a single copper penny, thanks to its rarity, condition, and historical significance. Third expensive coin. We're shining the spotlight on a true classic that has captured the hearts of many, a coin that at first glance might seem ordinary, but once you dive deeper, reveals an incredible story and value. I'm talking about the United States Lincoln Wheat Penny 1 cent from 1951. This humble penny, minted over 70 years ago, holds a special place in the history of American coinage and is becoming a must-have for collectors everywhere. So listen closely, because this video will reveal why the 1951 Lincoln Wheat Penny is highly sought after and could be worth much more than you might expect. The 1951 Lincoln Wheat Penny is a beautiful example of the classic design featuring Abraham Lincoln on the obverse and the iconic wheat ears on the reverse, an image symbolizing prosperity and growth in America's post-war era. Minted in large quantities by the Philadelphia Mint with no mint mark, this coin might seem common at first. But here's where it gets fascinating. Not all 1951 pennies are created equal. Some of these coins bear rare characteristics, specific errors, or are preserved in exceptional condition that sets them apart and drives up their collector value exponentially. It's this blend of history, craftsmanship, and rarity that makes the 1951 Lincoln Wheat Penny an extraordinary treasure point. One of the most exciting aspects of the 1951 penny is the existence of mint errors that are highly prized by collectors. These can include double dies, where the images or letters appear to be duplicated or shadowed, creating a striking visual effect. For example, doubling on the word Liberty or on the date itself immediately grabs attention and makes the coin far more valuable than a standard issue. If you take the time to examine your 1951 penny with a magnifying glass or a loupe, spotting these subtle yet distinctive anomalies could mean uncovering a rare collectible that commands a premium in the market. Another prized variety to look for in the 1951 Lincoln Wheat Penny is the famous RPM, or repunched mint mark error. Although most 1951 pennies were minted in Philadelphia without a mint mark, certain varieties from this year produced by other mints can have these unique repunched mint marks that add significant appeal. The RPM error occurs when the mint mark is punched onto the die more than once, creating overlapping or doubled mint marks. Coins with this feature are rare and highly sought after by specialists who understand the value these subtle mistakes add to a coin's story and worth. Condition plays a critical role in valuing these coins. While many 1951 pennies have circulated heavily over time, those that remain in mint state condition, meaning they have never been used in everyday transactions, are exceedingly rare and command much higher prices. These coins maintain their original luster, sharp details, and clear imagery, making them stand out dramatically from their worn counterparts. Grading companies like PCGS and NGC often certify these high-grade specimens, providing collectors with confidence and a trusted standard when buying or selling. Recent auctions have shown us just how much excitement surrounds the 1951 Lincoln Wheat Penny, especially those with extraordinary qualities or rare errors. In competitive bidding wars, well-preserved examples or coins with recognized mint errors have fetched prices that make even casual collectors take notice. This surge in demand reflects not only the coin's rarity, but also the growing passion for vintage American coins that connect us to a rich historical legacy. So, if you're lucky enough to find a 1951 Lincoln Wheat Penny in your collection or stumble upon one in circulation, don't overlook it. Look carefully for those special features, doubling, repunched mint marks, or any unique characteristics that make it stand out. If you're unsure about your find, sending it to a professional grading service can provide valuable insight and could dramatically increase its value. Now, for the most thrilling part of today's video, the potential value. A 1951 Lincoln Wheat Penny, especially those with rare errors or in top mint state condition, has been known to sell for an impressive $80,000. That's right, $80,000 for a single 1-cent coin, proving that with the right eye and a bit of luck, even the smallest pieces of history can hold monumental value. Especially, we're diving deep into a truly remarkable piece of American numismatic history, the United States Lincoln Wheat Penny from 1937. This penny, often overlooked in everyday collections, holds incredible value and is highly prized among collectors worldwide. If you think a 1-cent coin can't be exciting, think again, because the 1937 Lincoln Wheat Penny carries secrets, rare features, and astonishing worth that could make your collection shine brighter than ever. So, listen closely, because this story is packed with fascinating details about what makes this coin so special and why it's in such high demand today. The 1937 Lincoln Wheat Penny is a beautiful example of classic American coin design, featuring Abraham Lincoln's profile on the obverse and the iconic wheat stalks on the reverse, symbolizing prosperity and growth. But what makes this particular year stand out isn't just its design or age, it's the rarity of certain errors and exceptional conditions that collectors crave. Minted primarily in Philadelphia, this penny was struck in massive quantities, yet finding one in pristine, uncirculated condition is becoming increasingly rare. Over time, most pennies get worn down, but those that survive with sharp details, full mint luster, and no signs of circulation are extremely valuable. One of the most fascinating aspects of the 1937 Lincoln Wheat Penny lies in its mint errors, subtle mistakes made during production that make some coins stand out from the crowd. For example, the double die error is a prominent and highly sought-after feature. This error causes doubling in the date, the word liberty, or in God we trust, creating a striking visual effect that is immediately noticeable to the trained eye. If you have a 1937 penny with clear doubling, it is considered a true rarity and can dramatically increase the coin's value. Another sought-after error is the off-center strike, where the coin's design is partially missing due to the blank being misaligned during the striking process. These off-center pennies can be worth many times more than their regular counterparts, especially when the date and mint mark are still fully visible. This unique feature turns a simple penny into a rare collector's item, and it's these kinds of errors that make coin collecting so exciting. Die cracks and die breaks are other intriguing imperfections found on some 1937 pennies. These occur when the minting die begins to crack or break, leaving raised lines or blobs of metal on the coin's surface. These one-of-a-kind flaws tell a story about the coin's journey through the minting process and are prized by collectors who appreciate the history embedded in every piece of metal. The more dramatic and visible these die cracks are, the higher the value can climb. Of course, the condition or grade of the coin is critical when assessing its worth. Coins that have remained uncirculated for decades, preserving their original mint shine and crisp details, are the crown jewels of any collection. Grading services like PCGS or NGC help authenticate and grade these coins, providing assurance to buyers and sellers alike. It's these high-grade coins, especially those with errors or unique features, that have recently made headlines at prestigious auctions. In fact, recent sales have shown that the demand for 1937 Lincoln Wheat Pennies, especially rare error types and pristine examples, is incredibly strong. Collectors from all over the world are bidding fiercely to add these coins to their collections. Some have sold for prices that might surprise you, proving that the market for these historic pennies is alive and thriving. The value continues to climb as fewer of these high-quality coins remain available, creating a perfect storm for collectors eager to own a piece of American history. If you're a collector or just starting to explore the world of coins, take a moment to inspect any 1937 pennies you may have. Look closely at the date, the inscriptions, and the edges for signs of doubling, off-center strikes, or unusual markings. These features can elevate your coin from an ordinary penny to a valuable treasure. And if you're unsure about your coin's authenticity or condition, consider sending it to a professional grading company. This step can greatly enhance your coin's marketability and value. Now, the exciting moment you've been waiting for, the incredible potential value of this historic penny. A 1937 Lincoln Wheat Penny, especially those with remarkable errors or in top-tier mint condition, has been known to sell for an astonishing $200,000. Yes, you heard that correctly, $200,000 for a single 1-cent coin that encapsulates history, rarity, and craftsmanship all in one. We want to hear from you. Have you ever found a 1937 penny with unusual features, or do you have a story about discovering a rare coin in your collection? Share your experiences in the comments below. If you have questions about identifying errors or determining the value of your coins, don't hesitate to ask. Next coin, we're embarking on a fascinating journey into the world of the United States Lincoln Wheat Penny, specifically the 1957 issue. At first glance, this 1-cent coin might seem like an everyday piece of change, but if you listen closely and examine carefully, you'll discover a coin that's cherished by collectors worldwide for its rarity, unique features, and impressive value. This 1957 penny is far from ordinary. It's a remarkable slice of American history that can bring excitement and prestige to any collection. So, let's dive deep into what makes this coin so special, why it's in such high demand, and how you can identify the valuable versions among the thousands minted. The 1957 Lincoln Wheat Penny was minted during a period of post-war prosperity in the United States, carrying forward the iconic design that honors Abraham Lincoln's legacy. Its classic wheat stalk reverse design symbolizes growth and abundance, making it a beloved coin among numismatists. While millions of these pennies were produced, what sets certain 1957 pennies apart is their condition, minting location, and, most importantly, unique errors that occurred during the minting process. These errors turn an everyday coin into a highly collectible gem, catching the eyes of experts and collectors alike who know that spotting these features can mean discovering a treasure. One of the most captivating aspects of the 1957 Lincoln Wheat Penny is the range of mint errors that can occur, and these errors are what truly drive the coin's value sky-high. For instance, the 1957 penny is known for the famous 1957 double die obverse error, where the date and inscriptions like Liberty and In God We Trust appear doubled, creating a distinctive and visually striking look. This doubling effect is caused by a misalignment during the die preparation stage and is incredibly rare. Identifying this error requires a keen eye and some knowledge, but once spotted, it instantly sets the coin apart as a valuable collectible. Another rare and highly sought-after feature is the 1957 S mint mark error pennies, which include varieties like 1957 S small s and 1957 S large s. These subtle differences in the mint mark size and placement are not just quirks, they represent the nuances of minting practices at the San Francisco Mint. Coins with these specific mint mark variations are prized for their scarcity and can command significantly higher prices in the collector's market, especially when preserved in excellent condition. Collectors also prize 1957 pennies that show die cracks, die breaks, or off-center strikes, which happen when the minting dies develop flaws or when the coin blank is not perfectly aligned during striking. These errors make each coin truly unique and are a testament to the minting process's complexity and unpredictability. Coins exhibiting these unusual characteristics tend to spark great interest and can fetch high bids in auctions, particularly when combined with high-grade preservation. Condition plays a critical role in the value of any coin, and the 1957 Lincoln Wheat Penny is no exception. While many circulated pennies show signs of wear, Those that remain in uncirculated or mint state condition are highly coveted by collectors. These pristine coins retain their original luster, sharp details, and have minimal surface damage, making them rare finds in the current market. Professional grading by services like PCGS or NGC further enhances the coin's value by providing an authoritative assessment of its condition and authenticity. The demand for the 1957 Lincoln Wheat Penny has surged recently, driven by an increased appreciation for classic coins and rare mint errors. Prestigious auction houses and private collectors have reported fierce bidding wars for these coins, particularly for those with the double die error or unusual mint mark varieties. These sales underscore just how prized this penny has become among numismatists, reflecting its significance as both a historical artifact and a valuable investment. If you have a 1957 Lincoln Wheat Penny in your collection, or you come across one, take a moment to examine it carefully. Look for signs of doubling on the date and inscriptions, check the size and position of the mint mark, and inspect the coin's edges for any off-center strikes or die cracks. These features could transform an ordinary penny into a prized collectible. If you're ever unsure, reaching out to professional graders or coin experts can help verify the coin's rarity and value. Now for the thrilling reveal. If you possess a 1957 Lincoln Wheat Penny with the right rare features and in excellent condition, it could be worth an astounding $50,000. Yes, that's $50,000 for a coin that represents more than just currency. It symbolizes history, rarity, and the passion of collectors worldwide. Last unique coin, we're diving into the captivating world of the United States Lincoln Wheat Penny, focusing on the extraordinary 1941 D1-cent coin. This penny might look like a simple piece of history at first glance, but if you pay close attention, you'll realize it holds incredible value and rarity that excites collectors across the globe. The 1941 D penny is much more than a small copper disc. It's a treasure trove of history, minting intricacies, and unique features that have made it highly sought after in the numismatic community. So listen carefully, because what we're about to reveal could change the way you look at your coin collection forever. The 1941 D Lincoln Wheat Penny was minted at the Denver Mint during a time when the United States was on the brink of entering World War II, making it a piece of American history that connects us to a transformative era. Despite millions being produced, this particular coin stands out because of its limited mint mark and the exceptional conditions in which some survived. The D mint mark indicates it was struck at Denver, and coins from this mint are known to carry special appeal to collectors, especially when preserved in mint condition. What makes the 1941 D penny truly captivating is how certain rare features and minting errors have propelled it into the spotlight, making it one of the most collectible pennies from that decade. Collectors should be on the lookout for the most famous rarity connected to the 1941 D penny, the double die obverse error. This fascinating minting mistake creates a doubling effect on key details of the coin, such as the date and inscriptions like Liberty and In God We Trust. This doubling occurs due to a misalignment during the die creation process, and coins with this error are remarkably rare and highly prized. Spotting a 1941 D double die obverse penny takes a sharp eye, as the doubling can be subtle but visually striking, instantly elevating the coin's desirability and value in the eyes of serious collectors. Another feature that adds to the 1941 D penny's allure is the off-center strike error. These pennies were struck slightly off the center of the coin blink, causing part of the design to be missing or shifted. These errors are not only fascinating because of their rarity, but because each off-center coin is unique in how the design is displaced. Off-center strikes with significant displacement are rare to find in high-grade condition, making them valuable and highly sought after by collectors who appreciate the quirks and unpredictability of the minting process. Additionally, you might come across 1941 D pennies with die cracks or die breaks. These small flaws happen when the dies used for striking coins begin to wear or crack. Such imperfections leave raised lines or marks on the coin's surface, turning each penny into a one-of-a-kind piece of minting history. These varieties add a unique character to the coin and are celebrated by collectors who love owning coins that tell a story beyond their face value. Condition remains paramount in assessing the true value of any 1941 D. Lincoln Wheat Penny. Those that have been preserved in mint state condition with minimal wear and original luster intact command the highest prices. Professional grading services like PCGS and NGC help collectors authenticate and grade these coins, providing confidence and assurance that the coin's condition matches its market value. A well-preserved 1941 D penny with error features or unusual characteristics can become a prize centerpiece in any collection. In recent years, the 1941 D Lincoln Wheat Penny has been turning heads at major auctions worldwide, where bids have soared for coins showcasing rare errors or exceptional preservation. These sales confirm just how much collectors value the historical significance and rarity of this penny. The excitement surrounding the 1941 D penny is a testament to its standing as a coveted collectible that continues to attract passionate numismatists eager to add this gem to their collections. So, if you happen to find a 1941 D Lincoln Wheat Penny in your collection or stumble upon one in circulation, take your time and examine it carefully. Look for that distinctive doubling on the date and lettering, check for any off-center strikes, and study the surface for die cracks or unusual markings. These features can transform what seems like an ordinary penny into a rare and highly valuable coin. And if you're ever unsure, don't hesitate to consult with professional graders or experienced coin dealers to help unlock the true potential of your find. Now, for the exhilarating conclusion, if you own a 1941 D Lincoln Wheat Penny in outstanding condition, especially one exhibiting those rare mint errors and varieties, it could be worth an astounding $360,000. Yes, $360,000 for a humble penny that carries so much history, rarity, and collector passion. We would love to hear your stories. Have you found a 1941 D penny with special characteristics or any rare errors? Do you have questions about your coin collection? Drop your experiences and inquiries in the comments below. Don't forget to like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss out on our latest exciting coin discoveries. Thank you for joining us on this amazing journey. Keep collecting and treasure those coins.